see myself as something. Because it always hindrance. It doesn't help. If you have something in front of you and you are running for it, then you lose all this organic movement, whatever, inside you. So you cannot help have something in front of you from time to time, but not so much. So you have some objective for a while, you have some pretext to go somewhere, but during this process of going there, what can happen is much more than what you aim for. So in life, as a human being, as making film, same thing. So I don't. Of course, I like people who call themselves as a poet. I like their works, but you know what I mean. And about makgeolli, because I'm now older, I guess, I have to be careful. I cannot handle the soju anymore. I used to be.
It's Yannis Raouzeos from myfilm.gr, excellent film. I like to address a question to the director and another one to Ms. Huppert. First of all, how much you feel this whole existential complex of characters and the certain, let's say, detachment that there is in the camera approaching all these characters is affecting the way that you try to describe the narrative of loneliness, truly speaking. And also, I would like to ask Ms. Huppert how much her character is losing at the beginning herself inside this inner journey, and how much the other characters somehow are reflecting her own journey in many aspects. This might sound very irresponsible, but I don't know what I am doing in a way. As I said to her, I have some objective, and I have a kind of a recognized working method that I like. I have developed, and I believe in a certain, how can I say, happening between people, me and Isabelle, me and the weather, me and the places. All these things happens. I want to have this, my script, my few objective lead to the more abundant place where more things happen. And then I try to just capture them and then arrange them in a more natural way. Natural way, yeah, anyway. Yeah. So.
You said that I'm losing something? Yes. Well, I don't have much to lose.
Losing herself somehow inside certain sense of let's say, loneliness. And this thing is reflecting around and is being represented in the other characters somehow. Like the other characters have a picture of her own projection inside.
Yeah, but she tries to constantly to, well, by questioning everybody in a very obsessive way, because she keeps questioning people and always asking the same question, which I think is very funny most of the time. But it's almost like she's forcing everybody she meets becoming aware of something and coming to terms or dealing with some kind of problems in a way. So she's she forces them to tell themselves kind of truth. That's how she, I think, happens to be, you know, like not like a guide, but someone who really reveals people as she meets them. And that's maybe why she drinks makgeolli herself, I don't know, to forget about that. Because she has a certain consciousness of what the world is. And yeah, she wants to make people become conscious of themselves. In a very, of course, she's very malicious too. She knows what she's doing, but I think she makes people kind of questioning themselves all the time.
Oh, over here. 안녕하세요. Thank you for your body of work. I really enjoy your films and your collaborations, especially with Hyeyoung and Cho Yunhee and Isabelle Huppert, of course. I was just wondering why you chose not to use inner monologue in this film. I particularly like when you incorporate that into your other films. Thank you.
Why not using monologue? I don't know. It's just I should. All the important decision comes to me like it comes to me. So sometimes I want to do Zoom. Sometimes I want to do this and do that. But more important questions are always like I feel like it was given to me. So I don't have this analysis and aiming and things like that. I don't have first this effect, you know, in my mind. You know, I want to create this effect in audience mind, things like that. I choose these people. If I can use that word, choose. I just meet this certain, how can I say, living thing, human being, weather, and this places. And I don't know why I choose. I can come up with some reason, but that's very not. It doesn't include anything. It's just a reason, you know. And I choose, and I believe in my process, and then I just go for it, and something always comes to me. And so your question, why not using monologue? I never thought about that. Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Federico Grandeso. How was this collaboration with Isabelle Huppert? If you can tell me something about how you went through this journey with such important, incredible actress.
She's naturally very brave, very intelligent person, I think. And I just like to, how can I say? I just believe in, I think, her as a human being and artist. So
first worked with her in a film called In Another Country. Inside, I was really surprised. She came to Korea all by herself, without anyone supporting her. And we were staying in a small seashore town, and she couldn't eat what she wanted to eat, but she didn't complain. She was always energetic. And then I just wrote something, and then I gave to her, and when she acted, I was very surprised. I was very happy. And then many other things. She's so brave, naturally, and very intelligent. Of course, talented. I'm just happy to be with her, and I'm working with her.
Claudia Schulmerich, Frankfurt am Main, Weltexpresso. Wenn Sie, der Regisseur, Ihre Arbeit beschreiben,
Sorry.
Ja. Wenn Sie, der Regisseur, Ihre Arbeit beschreiben, so klingt das überhaupt nicht koreanisch für mich, und ich kann das beurteilen, weil ich ein paar Mal dort war. Ich habe noch nie ein Volk so arbeitswütend gesehen wie in Korea, wo ich mich dann als Deutsche, weil die ja auch viel arbeiten, durchaus wohlfühlte. Und darum habe ich jetzt eine Frage zur zweiten Szene. Braucht es eine Europäerin, um einer Koreanerin in guten Verhältnissen, in ihrer Selbstoptimierung Schranken zu zeigen, Fragestellungen aufzuweisen? Ich beziehe mich auf die Szene. Die zweite Frau, wo auch dann getrunken wird, die ja die Arbeitsmethode dieser merkwürdigen Lehrerin anzweifelt und immer fragt, wo ist ein Lehrbuch, wo ist das, wo ist das? Und genau das alles kam mir so deutsch und so koreanisch vor, dass ich die Zweifel in den Augen dieser Frau immer sehr gut verstehen konnte. Und darum die Frage, brauchte es eine Europäerin, um eine Koreanerin zweifeln zu lassen, ob sie die richtigen Methoden anwendet?
First of all, I don't believe in the usefulness of generalization about anything, about Korean people, character, whatever. Again, very irresponsible answer, but I don't know. It's just okay. Many things I think, many things I experience, I feel, and these things are here. And then, as I said about this process, I choose very intuitively a certain person and place and date, and weather comes to me, and then all these things inside me just come out every day, line by line. I used to try to make some reason why I did this, but it's in a way a lie, So just that's what I did. I'm sorry. Maybe it's too. Okay, I tried to answer anyway.
Yeah, this is Mark Harapetian, founder and publisher of Spirit, The Smile and the Storm, a film magazine I do since my 16th living year. I love this film a lot. It's one of my favorites this year. And all actors in it, especially Cho Yunhee and of course also Isabelle. And Isabelle, before I forget, our common friend Mathieu Carrière is sending greetings to you. He talked to me before. And was it difficult for you, Isabelle, to first to act in a Korean film because of the different culture? As I listened that you come alone first to Korea, or did it give you more liberty maybe to do this job because it shows you another face of you, of your versatility? Thank you.
Oh, I say hello to Mathieu as well. Thank you. No, by no means it was not difficult. As I said at the beginning, Hong Sang-soo has a unique way of working, but I feel not only completely free, but also very, well, creative might not be the right word, but I feel full of imagination when I work with him. I mean, his way of doing is really very special because he gives you the lines sometimes the day before, but most of the time the same morning as we shoot. And I really like this way of doing. I like the way, the fact that we don't know anything about what he's going to do. It might sound, when you say it like this, it might sound like something impossible to master or to control, but it's the total opposite actually, because it leaves all door opens. Each day it's like a miracle, because you find yourself doing things, I don't know, it's from the setting, from the dialogues, from the situations, and it's so rich, it's so inspiring that it gives you the many yeah. I never question myself, and I never say to myself, what am I going to do? What am I playing? But no, also just the situations of being who I am, most of the time surrounded with people that I don't understand, or so you immediately feel the richness of the situation. You know, people trying to be together, coming from such different places, such different worlds, and yet trying to make something in common. And that's exactly what it is when I make movies in Korean, not in Korea, not in Korean, not yet in Korean, soon to be, but not yet. So, and you have also the language differences, which is so interesting and so fascinating, because beyond those differences, well, of course I speak English in the film to make it as a common language, but still there is something that you try to make exist beyond the language, and so that's how you reach more mental spaces and realize that, yes, you have something to share, you have something in common, in a way, and I think that's what exactly is at work when you make movies with when I make movies with Hong Sang-soo, at least, and so it's really, again, a special experience. But it's funny because also along the 3 films we did together, I find myself being more or less the same kind of not the same kind of character, because I played each time different characters, if I can call it a character, but with something in common, I don't know, with a certain, like I was all surprised to meet who I meet and to do what I do, and you feel that all along the films, and with a great sense of humor also, because most of the situations are also very funny, but it always happens like a miracle, so it's really nice.
We have time for one more question over there.
Thanks so much. It was a fantastic film. Finally, about a woman and about aging and about loneliness. That's we all face generally. And I had a question. This method of learning a language, does it exist, or you just made it up for this film? Because I find it a fantastic method of learning through emotion.
I made up, but maybe, I don't know whether you do the work in real life, but I just made up that way.
Maybe one more, because it was a short one. Over there.
Yes, hello. Hello, my name is Olga Galperovich. I'm from Belarus. So I would like to ask, actually, continue this question, because I was also impressed about this method. And the thing is that I'm living in China for a long time. So I wanted to ask you, was it Isabelle Huppert? And I would like to ask you, was it for you a discovery, this complete another state of mind, which is Asian people actually having, in a scene of how those ladies, like the character of Kim Seungyun, was answering your question? Because this is, I am living there since a very long time, and I recognize it very well. So, I mean, like, for me, it was interesting. Did you personally discover something as a European to be in Asia, and this way of Asian people taking the emotions and loneliness in the same way? Thank you.
Well, I'm not sure I discovered anything. I admit people coming from Asia before, and of course, yes, I can reckon that sometimes we might not have same ways of expression or some, but there is also something very delicate in all these exchanges, something very poetic. So, and again, something very, there is a capacity, well, which of course is at work in the film, to say certain things, to go quite far in the questions and remaining really pleasant and nice and gentle. So I think, I don't know if it's anything specifically Asian, but it's certainly something that is all at the time at work, all the time there is no conflicts or no aggression, and yet you go into something, you go quite far in what is being discussed, you know. And but it's always in a certain tone. But I'm sure there is other ways to do it and to express things. But in this case, that's what it is.
Okay, before we end, I just want to say that all the other actors on the stage also do a great job in this film. It's extremely impressive performances. So thank you all. And I want to thank Kang Sang-soo for letting us show his films here in the last 5 years. We really appreciate it, and we hope to see him in the future. Thank you very much.